Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Juta Wahyu Kanada, NIM A320180193. Today, I want to criticize the review of the film The Book of Life, written by Susan Wojcicki. The critical review of the Book of Life film review. The Book of Life, a film that was released in 2014, was one of the animated films that was quite popular that year. This film has a genre of romance, adventure, and comedy. The Book of Life is a family film with very suitable to be watched with a family. The plot of this film is also very easy to understand. Even children ages 10 years can understand the story of this film. This film is directed by George Guitars. Therefore, it's not surprising that there are several reviews on a different web page, but there is one review written by Susan Wojcicki that I found on this site, which is quite interesting. The reason why I choose this review is she wrote this review as if she was very satisfied with this film she had watched, with the film she had watched. In it, a lot of praise aimed at the director, voice actor, music, and even the animation of this film is also did not escape her views and praise. This proved that this film, The Book of Life, is booming in 2014, especially in the region or among the Mexican people. This film is made by a studio collaboration between Fledgling Real FX Creative Studios and 20th Century Fox. As far as leading film critics know, 20th Century Fox never disappoint when it comes to make musical films, even though the studio produce even more features superhero themed action film. Quite opposite, isn't it? But it is a fact, and because of that, many professional film critics agree that this studio is one of the best film studios ever. And let's get into the review. The first thing the first thing the writer of this film review is discuss about the visual. Susan Wojcicki said, instead of being gaga or gloomless, this Mexican fiesta of animated splendor is packed with a visual delight far more sunny than sinister. She mentioned that the visual of the film, the Book of Life, is look more beautiful, stunning, and highly reflect the splendor of a festival they often call the Day of the Dead. Character design and plot. A review written by Susan Wojcicki said the basic this fantastical fable was ingenious puppet like character design draw upon the familiar wooden folk art figures associated with the annual celebration of the Day of the Dead. It refers to the character design in the film made like a wooden doll like it looked like a family friendly in order to be accepted and liked by children. But the writer of the review for this film argues that actually the plot in this story is observed not to family to be heard by children. The plot in this story, if observed, is not too friendly to be heard by children because in this film still concern and discuss about about the death of a person and life after death. Is a story like this is appropriate and acceptable to children, but the director Josh Gutierrez can intelligently distract an adult audience with one of the children who is disappointed with a story like this and thinks this is the end of story, but it turns out this is not the end of story, and make them think twice about telling their children about potentially unnatural subjects to hear for children. So overall, in the review for this film is written by Susan, is very representative of what other audience feel after seeing this film with their families. The aspects mentioned by the author already represent everything. All the praise put in this review for the movie The Book of Life is really what Susan felt after watching this film. Everything is well put out, and so it is. However, there are some aspects that not explained in detail by Susan when reviewing this film, but some aspect review and some aspect review seems less detailed. If she explained it more detail, it will likely attract more attention and curiosity towards this film. I think that's enough I think that's enough for me. And if there are mistakes, please forgive me. Akhirul kalam. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.